We begin this broadcast with breaking news coming in, and this is the biggest international headline of the day. 3 days after the signing of the peace MOU, the stage is set for direct talks with Iran's negotiation team that arrived in Zurich in Switzerland. Now, Iran's delegation arrived with a symbolic Minab168 message paying tribute to the girls who were killed in the US strike. Meanwhile, Iran's Parliamentary Speaker Ghalibaf says, and I'm going to quote, "I consider the innocent children of Minab and all the martyrs of Iran to be watching over my every action and behavior at every moment. They see us and expect things of us. God forbid that I should ever bring shame to the innocent martyrs and the people of Iran, and that I should join my companions with a clear conscience, companions for whose reunion I eagerly await." So this was the message that was sent out by the delegation in Iran. Minab168 was in the memory of the children of Minab, and that was the post that was put out. So yes, the spotlight currently is on Switzerland, where high-stakes talks between the United States and Iran are set to begin following the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding that is aimed at easing tensions. US Vice President J.D. Vance is also en route to Switzerland and says that the focus will be on advancing discussions over Iran's nuclear program and the efforts to sustain the fragile ceasefire in Lebanon. Let me go across to Mayank, my colleague, who's joining us on the phone line. Mayank, good morning. There's one question on everyone's mind, as the focus is going to be on the most crucial moment and the most crucial phase when it comes to the deal that has been agreed upon. What about the Strait of Hormuz? Iran is claiming that the Strait of Hormuz is shut because of Israel's latest strike in Lebanon. United States is denying that claim. We are aware that some ships have managed to transit the strait, but what is the reality?
Good morning, Shagarika, and good morning to the viewers also. See, straight away for the question you have asked, actually, there had been some kind of restrictions. And mind it, for it, I need to take our viewers back to the kind of conditions and regulations which are set initially by IRGC, Islamic Republican Guard Corps. In that case also, right from the beginning, IRGC had said that they'll be setting the conditions. The conditions were that the permissions will be coming from IRGC for any kind of movement in Strait of Hormuz, and they'll also set a kind of a corridor. Then came the reaction from, which was on 13th of April, from US, the naval blockade, but it was not in Strait of Hormuz minded. It was towards the Gulf of Oman, which is entry point towards the Strait of Hormuz. That stopped all kind of movements. In this case also the same thing had happened.
Right.
Though US had removed all kind of warships because it was just a matter of positioning the warships in such a way that eye can be kept on movement of the vessels, merchant vessel and civilian vessels both. In this case also same thing happened. One of the 4 points, important points actually, was Lebanon. So every cessation of every kind of operations on Lebanon was expected and was part of the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, which needed to be signed now. So in that case, it was not met because there was continuous operation being done by Israel on the Lebanon side, claiming or saying that, alleging that rockets were fired, drones laden with explosives were fired.
Right.
That's why they are continuing
so
with the
for
operation.
now, the
This
IRGC is claiming that the Strait of Hormuz is shut. United States has countered that claim, and the world is also, it has all its eyes on Switzerland, where these talks are going to take place. Now, let's tell you about what US Vice President J.D. Vance has to say. He is en route to Switzerland, and he says that the focus will be on advancing discussions over Iran's nuclear program, and the efforts are going to be to sustain the ceasefire in Lebanon. J.D. Vance has expressed optimism about the negotiations, and he says that he's looking forward to beginning technical level talks with Iranian officials alongside mediators from Pakistan and Qatar. So the focus for the United States, like for now, is, to ensure that the understanding with regards to Lebanon continues, but Israel is not on board, Mayank. So for now, if the United States is talking about the deal and the agreement with regards to Lebanon, on ground the situation is completely different. Global analysts across the world say that this deal or this MOU that has been agreed upon is a win-win for Iran. There are a lot of questions on the way US was actually forced to accept all the terms of Iran. And now when it comes to Lebanon, it seems like Iran will once again dig in its heels, isn't it?
America, let me begin with a statement which might be highlight of the entire 42 39 days war, actually military war, is that position and dynamics, position of Iran in Middle East and dynamics of the relations in Middle East have transformed from forever. Actually, Iran has emerged as one of the strong parts of that place, which is Middle East in this case. And the other point, actually, it is important in the sense that it was a joint operation. Mind it.
Right.
What began on 28th of Feb was a joint operation between Israel, done together by Israel forces and the US forces. Here, whatever the kind of a division or dissonance or discordant views which are coming from both sides is actually because Israel is maintaining that for them it was existential threat.
Right. Okay.
And no understanding has yet emerged on nuclear issues.
I want you to stay with us. KP Fabian, former diplomat, is with us. Good morning, Mr. Fabian. Many say that the MOU may have been inked, but the hard part begins now. It's the negotiations that are going to get underway. What are your expectations? We are still hearing contrary views on Strait of Hormuz. We are still hearing, both sides are not, in agreement when it comes to Lebanon. What are your expectations? What do you expect that could take place over the next 60 days?
Good morning. Thank you for the questions. In my view, I agree with the previous speaker. America had to forgo many of its positions. For example, 300 billion for reconstruction. For example, control by Iran and Oman over the Strait of Hormuz. Now, another thing is that Iran has stated that the Hormuz is closed, the Strait. America says it is open. Now, this is hilarious. We all know who is controlling it. Now, coming to the ceasefire, what we have to understand is that if we read the Article 1 or Paragraph 1, it says that United States and the Islamic Republic of Iran have agreed that they and their allies will have a ceasefire on all fronts,
right,
including Lebanon. And later on, the paragraph ends with saying that, Lebanon's territorial integrity and sovereignty should be respected.
Right.
In other words, Iran drafted that paragraph.
Right.
And now comes the question whether Netanyahu will be able to be the fly in the ointment.
Right.
Well, my view is that he will try, but I am persuaded that he will fail because what is happening is that he has been found by the people of Israel as a total failure, military.
So this is also a test for Netanyahu. Thank you so much, Mr. Fabian, for joining us and for giving us your perspective on the entire issue. Let me go across to Mr. Arasan Singh. Mr. Singh, good morning. So both sides, the negotiators from both sides are now going to be in Switzerland face to face. The most crucial aspect is going to begin now. The MOU has been inked. What are your expectations? We are seeing the Hormuz hurdle continue. We are seeing a lot of doubts over the Lebanon ceasefire. The new question continues. What are your expectations?
No, Hormuz, as far as Hormuz is concerned, there is a lot of misinformation. Hormuz is no more in the hands of the Iranians per se. Yes, they had the mines are there, and even as we talk, the mine clearance operations are on. The Americans are maintaining a combat air patrol of F-16s over the. While this mine clearance is in progress, ships I speak now, the ships are transiting. So there's a lot of misinformation, that about the Hormuz being closed. And remember, this has been told by the IRGC. IRGC actually has no authority. If someone has to make such a statement, it has to be Pezeshkian, because he is the one who has signed the MOU. So the Hormuz is very much open. And if I may suggest, whether it is, how disrupted it is or whether it is open or closed, you can, judge by the price of Brent crude. That is the indicator, right? And let me also tell you, the basic question here is that Iran treats Israel and US as one entity. And the US treats Iran and Hezbollah as one entity.
All right.
See, so this is the basic equation. Unless this equation is solved, I think that there will be problems. But come what may, I can stick my neck out, and I said, Hormuz will remain open all through hereafter.
And that's exactly what the President of the United States is saying, despite the assertion by the IRGC. Thank you so much, Mr. Arisan Singh, for joining us.